Bereshit. Today's Mussar, Sefer Hasidim, we're continuing. Chacham echad tziva livno, shelo yenem yoter midai ba'olam hazeh. A certain wise man told and commanded his son, don't engage in too much physicality and materialism in this world. And he told him, along with that, don't let shelo ya'avru alav shmona yamim belo ta'anit. Don't pass a week without fasting a day. Vafilu al son'o yitpalel sheya'avod lakadosh baruch hu. And he said, you should even pray for your enemy, for one that you or he dislikes you, to pray that he does proper Teshuva and that he should serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu in his optimal way. That's the first thing. These are little tidbits. Next, and we'll see there's a connection. Da ve'haven ve'af al pi shamru chachamim yafet hanit lachalom ka'esh lin'oret. Even though, he says, even though we know that Chachamim told us that a fast is so powerful, it's even very powerful to give one a consolation and at ease from having a horrible, terrifying dream. The same way as fire has the power to flare up and light and burn up any straw or chaff, however you want to learn lin'oret. It's probably hay, okay? Lo amru ella leoseh teshuvah matanit. The power that fire has to straw, and the power that is, if you want to compare that strength to the power a fast has to giving one consolation and comfort after a horrible dream, is only when the fast comes along with repentance, with teshuvah. This is something we speak about all the time by the fast days, that the whole point of the fast is to let ourselves separate from our natural drive of indulging in this world and materialism via food and drink and so forth, in order to give us more time and concentration towards our spirituality, taking a little bit from here and giving a little bit on the other side. That's the whole point. He'll continue. A certain individual saw a very, very hard and trembling dream on the eve before Yom Kippur, Belel Tish'ah. Okay, so let's say Yom Kippur, I think like this year is on Shabbat, right? So Thursday night he had a terrifying dream. He woke up, Friday all day he fasted. V'itana b'tisha b'tishri u'biyom ha'kippurim hare shnei yamim v'layla echad v'lo ho'il lo. So this individual had a very horrible dream Thursday night. All day Friday he fasted. Friday night continued right into Yom Kippur. All day Shabbat Yom Kippur he fasted. He didn't eat the whole thing. He ate almost, it was... No, he didn't eat the Seudah Mafseket, okay? So he went, if we say 25 plus another, I don't know, let's say 18, let's say 16, whatever, let's say even 15. So 40 hours. He went 40 hours at least straight, no eating. And he says that it didn't help him at all. He was still terrified and down over the horrible dream that he had. He tells you it's no chidush, obvious. Lefi shemarin lo halom kashe shefashpesh b'maasav ki atanit bimkom hatat. The whole point why a person is shown a horrible dream is in order to make him arouse in feelings and even deeds of teshuvah. But this individual who just fasted, he didn't pay attention to teshuvah. Even on Yom Kippur, he didn't even pay attention to his teshuvah. Then his teshuvah and it was not accepted. It didn't even help.
But that's exactly.
And the ta'anit is bimkom hatat. It's instead of a korban. And then he continues, ma korban eno mo'il belo teshuvah. Back in the time of the temple, if a person brought a sacrifice, if he didn't do teshuvah, the sacrifice didn't help. It didn't work. Shneimar zevach reshaim to'eva. A wicked individual who brings a korban is an abomination to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He doesn't care for the physical being going. The physical being going, as the Rambam explains, is just for us to think that it should have been happening to us. The whole point is if you grow from it, if you want to change your ways. Af tanit halom eno mo'il belo teshuvah. The same way, a fast for a halom does not help without teshuvah. Stop.
So all the mizbach.
Moving on, continuing with the day's halacha, the Rambam says as follows: Hayu shotin ve'amru bov unvarech birkat hamazon. היו שותים ואמרו בואו ונברך ברכת המזון, או בואו נקדש קידוש היום. So now, you have a bunch of people, friends, family, whatever it is, drinking all together. okay? And they said, okay, let's finish the meal. Let's do bracha achrona, let's do even birkat hamazon. Or they say, let's say Friday afternoon, they had Kiddush Club before Shabbat, and they were sitting and drinking, and then they said, you know what? Let's continue right into our meal. So Bon Kadesh Kiddush Hayom, let's do Kiddush. Ne'sar alehem lishtot ad shivarchu o yikadshu. They're not allowed to continue drinking unless they either make a new bracha or they do Kiddush. Meaning as follows. We're sitting all together without bracha achrona this time. So that right now we're sitting, we're all drinking wine. And obviously not anybody, but let's say if one person or whoever's leading the group says, okay, let's do Kiddush, or okay, meal's done. Let's say the host says the meal is done. And everyone either agrees or says, okay, whatever the case is, if the people in their mind have agreed that the meal is done, now they want to come and re-drink, they need to make a new bracha rishona. Now here you're not going to do bracha achrona, you're going to only do a bracha rishona, the first bracha and not the after bracha. But ve'im ratzu lachzor v'lishot kodem shvarchu o yikadshu, af al pi she'enam reshayim tzarich lachzor v'lech tchila bore peri hagefen v'achar kach yishtu. Aval im amru bo'u v'navdil en tzarichin lachzor v'arech. So that's for restarting, and that's for doing a kiddush. But havdalah, you don't have to.
Same thing with the water. For example, you are eating, finished, birkat hamazon, and 2 minutes later you want to drink water.
Okay, so did you do birkat hamazon or not?
Yes.
Well then for sure, that's not a big question. But let's say like this.
But two, Rishona and Achrona.
Yeah. Now look at this. Yeah, you do borei nefashot if you drink it, if you eat at once. Okay, now like this. He doesn't explain it now, but it's worthy to say. If a person adjourns his meal, he also has to make a new bracha rishona. For example, if a person is eating a bread meal, and the way we say halachically shows that the meal has come to conclusion is by mayim aharonim. So if a person has done mayim aharonim at the end of their meal, and they want to now continue to eat, doing machronim is not only thinking that you've done the meal, it's actually an action that now you have come to the conclusion of your meal. If you want to eat again, you do not do birkat hamazon, you can do netila, hamotzi, and to eat again. So it's very important that one knows that. Moving on. Bet. Hayu mesubin nishtot yain uva lahem min yain aher. They were sitting and drinking wine, whether this is in the middle of a meal or only a drinking together, right? Whether it's only a cocktail or it's a real bread meal. And then they brought another type of wine. They brought a different color wine, or they brought a different vintage wine. You don't need to make a new bracha on borei pri hagefen. However, which is the famous bracha of thanking Kadosh Baruch Hu for bringing you something else. So there are those that have a machloket by the bracha v'hatov v'hametiv. If you're allowed to do it only if the second wine is a greater or more expensive or more better tasting wine, or even if it's only a different type. The Rambam, it seems clear from the Rambam that even if it's a different type, it doesn't need to be better. You make a hatov v'metiv, and that is how Chacham Ovadia Yosef himself holds the halacha, that the wine, even if it's worse. Now if it's like going from wine to grape juice, you could start speaking about it. But even if it's different types of wines, I know individuals who spent a Purim Seudah by Chacham David Yosef, Chacham Ovadia's son, and he made hatov v'metiv no less than 100 times. Okay? What happens is the bottle doesn't need, it has to not be, there's different conditions, we'll speak about it another time, but just this concept, the bottle does not need, cannot be on the table. So what he had was in the kitchen, he had lined up bottles of wine, and every time they finished the bottle, they brought a new one. No borei pri hagefen, however, Baruch hatov v'metiv they used to make on it.
And it doesn't matter.
Each time that they brought it.
$20, $10.
Again, ideally it should be going up, but it seems from the Rambam that it doesn't need to specifically be doing that. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen. Amen.